Are you tired of feeling stuck, anxious, or overwhelmed? Do you find yourself constantly battling against your current circumstances, wishing things were different? If so, you're not alone. Many of us spend a lot of time and energy resisting the present moment, fighting against what's happening right now. But what if I told you that this resistance is actually the source of much of our stress and unhappiness? In this video, we're going to explore why you must never resist the present moment, and how learning to accept what is can lead to greater peace, happiness, and personal growth. Let's start by talking about what it means to resist the present moment. Resistance happens when we refuse to accept our current reality. It's that inner voice that says, "This shouldn't be happening," or "I can't stand this." We resist in many ways, through denial, avoidance, complaining, or even trying to force things to be different. While it's natural to have preferences and desires, constantly fighting against what's actually happening creates a lot of unnecessary suffering. Think about the last time you were stuck in traffic. Maybe you felt your frustration rising, thinking about how you were going to be late or how unfair it was that this happened to you. That's resistance. The traffic wasn't going to magically clear up because you were angry, but your resistance to it made the experience much more unpleasant than it needed to be. Resisting the present moment comes with a high cost. When we're constantly fighting against reality, we create a lot of stress and tension in our minds and bodies. This ongoing struggle can lead to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. It's like we're carrying a heavy weight with us all the time, and it's exhausting. Moreover, when we're caught up in resistance, we miss out on the richness of life that's happening right now. We're so focused on what we don't want that we fail to notice the good things that are present. This negative focus can become a habit, making it harder and harder to find joy and satisfaction in our daily lives. But there's good news. We have the power to change this pattern by learning to accept the present moment. Now, it's important to understand that acceptance doesn't mean resignation or giving up. It's not about liking everything that happens or becoming passive in the face of challenges. Instead, acceptance is about acknowledging reality as it is, without judgment or resistance. When we accept the present moment, we stop wasting energy fighting against what can't be changed. This frees up our mental and emotional resources to deal with situations more effectively. It allows us to see things more clearly and respond with wisdom rather than reacting out of frustration or fear. One powerful tool for cultivating acceptance is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment with openness and curiosity. By training ourselves to be more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings, we can catch ourselves when we start to resist and choose a different response. To practice mindfulness, you don't need any special equipment or skills. You can start right now by taking a few deep breaths and noticing the sensations in your body. Feel your feet on the ground, the air moving in and out of your lungs. Notice any sounds around you. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath or your senses. This simple practice, done regularly, can help you become more present and less reactive to life's challenges. Another aspect of accepting the present moment involves letting go of our need for control. Many of us resist reality because we believe we should be able to control everything in our lives. But the truth is, there's a lot that's simply beyond our control. Weather, other people's actions, unexpected events, these are all things we can't dictate. When we hold tightly to the illusion of control, we set ourselves up for disappointment and frustration. But when we can accept that some things are out of our hands, we can find a sense of peace and freedom. This doesn't mean we become passive or stop trying to improve our lives. Instead, it means we focus our energy on what we can influence, while accepting what we can't change. One of the most powerful shifts that can happen when we stop resisting the present moment is our ability to find opportunity in challenges. When we're not caught up in fighting against what's happening, we can start to see difficult situations as chances for growth and learning. For example, maybe you lose your job. If you're resisting this reality, you might spend a lot of time feeling angry, scared, or sorry for yourself. But if you can accept the situation, you might be able to see it as an opportunity to explore new career paths, develop new skills, or reassess what's really important to you. This doesn't mean pretending everything is great when it's not. It's okay to feel disappointed or worried. But by accepting the reality of the situation, you can move through those feelings more quickly and start looking for ways to move forward. Gratitude is another powerful tool that can help us stop resisting the present moment. When we're focused on what we don't like about our current situation, it's easy to overlook the good things in our lives. But by intentionally practicing gratitude, we can shift our focus from resistance to appreciation. You can start small. Each day, try to notice 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be a delicious cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. As you make this a habit, you may find that you naturally start to notice more positive aspects of your life, making it easier to accept the present moment. It's important to note that accepting the present moment doesn't mean we never take action to improve our lives. In fact, when we stop resisting what is, we're often in a much better position to make positive changes. The key is to act from a place of acceptance rather than struggle. When we're caught up in resistance, our actions often come from a place of fear, anger, or desperation. These emotions can cloud our judgment and lead us to make impulsive decisions. But when we accept our current reality, we can respond more calmly and thoughtfully. We can assess the situation clearly and choose actions that are truly helpful rather than just reactions to our discomfort. Now, let's talk about some practical steps you can take to stop resisting the present moment. Remember, this is a skill that takes practice, so be patient with yourself as you learn. First, start paying attention to when you're resisting. Notice the physical sensations in your body, tension, tightness, or discomfort. Be aware of your thoughts. Are you arguing with reality in your mind? Once you catch yourself resisting, take a deep breath and remind yourself to accept what is. You might find it helpful to use a simple phrase or mantra when you notice resistance. Something like "it is what it is" or "this too shall pass" can help shift your mindset. The key is to find something that resonates with you and helps you let go of struggle. Another useful practice is to regularly check in with yourself throughout the day. Set reminders on your phone if needed. When the reminder goes off, take a moment to notice your current state. Are you present, or are you caught up in thoughts about the past or future? Are you resisting anything right now? This awareness can help you catch resistance early and choose a different response. Meditation can be a powerful tool for developing your ability to accept the present moment. Even just a few minutes a day of sitting quietly and observing your thoughts can help you become more aware of your patterns of resistance and more skilled at letting go. Remember, the goal isn't to never have negative thoughts or emotions. It's natural to sometimes feel frustrated, sad, or angry. The key is to allow these feelings to be present without getting caught up in them or letting them drive your actions. You can acknowledge, "I'm feeling frustrated right now," without adding extra suffering by resisting that feeling. As you practice accepting the present moment, you may start to notice positive changes rippling out into other areas of your life. When we're not constantly at war with reality, our relationships often improve. We become better listeners, more patient, and more understanding of others. We're less likely to take our frustrations out on the people around us. You might also find that you have more energy and enthusiasm for life. When you're not wasting energy on resistance, you have more to devote to the things that really matter to you. You might feel more creative, more motivated to pursue your goals, or simply more able to enjoy the simple pleasures of daily life. Your overall sense of well-being may improve as well. Many people find that as they learn to accept the present moment, their stress levels decrease and they feel more at peace. This can have positive effects on both mental and physical health. As we wrap up, let's recap why it's so important to never resist the present moment. Resistance creates unnecessary suffering. It drains our energy, clouds our judgment, and prevents us from fully experiencing life. By learning to accept what is, we free ourselves from this struggle. We become more able to respond effectively to life's challenges, find opportunities for growth, and appreciate the good things in our lives. Remember, accepting the present moment is a skill that takes practice. Be patient with yourself as you learn. Start small, maybe try to catch yourself resisting once today and choose acceptance instead. Notice how it feels. Over time, as you build this skill, you may find that life becomes richer, more peaceful, and more fulfilling. You have the power to change your relationship with the present moment. By choosing acceptance over resistance, you're opening yourself up to a whole new way of experiencing life. So why not start right now? Take a deep breath, look around you, and see if you can fully accept this moment, just as it is. Your journey towards greater peace and happiness starts here, in this very moment.